Hey there, fellow educators. Today, we're going to tackle a math topic that can be, a little tricky, rounding decimals. But I'm going to show you this fantastic, super low prep game that turns it from a total chore into a challenge your students will actually get excited about. So, have you ever seen that look, that familiar glaze that comes over students' eyes the second you mention rounding? Yeah, you're not alone. It's an abstract concept, and let's be honest, the worksheets can feel so repetitive and kind of disconnected from what numbers actually mean. So how do we fix it? Well, just look at this comparison. On one side, you've got the classic worksheet, all abstract rules, repetitive problems, and a lot of quiet memorization. But then look at the other side, a hands-on game. This is the shift we're talking about. We're moving from abstract rules to concrete practice, from repetitive to competitive and fun, and, this is the big one, from silent individual work to rich mathematical conversations. And that's where this comes in. So let me introduce you to Round and Climb. Seriously, it is the perfect antidote to those rounding worksheet blues. The idea behind it is so simple, but it's incredibly effective. Round and Climb is basically a card game where students build their own numbers and then challenge each other to round them correctly. It's all about making those abstract rules something they can actually touch and feel, which is how we build that crucial number sense, that gut feeling for how numbers work. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, this sounds cool, but how hard is it to set up? And the best part is, it's so simple. Let's just walk through the setup and the rules right now. And this right here is why I absolutely love this game. You already have everything you need. It's just a standard deck of cards, one little die, and a worksheet for each player. Just remember to pull out the tens and face cards and make sure everyone knows that aces are just a 1. That's it. So easy. And the actual gameplay? It's super fast and easy to pick up. When it's your turn, you just draw 6 cards to make your number, you roll the die to see where you have to round it, you round it correctly, and you write it down. Then it's the next person's turn. And the first player to fill up any 2 columns on their sheet wins. Now, the die is what adds this awesome element of chance and really forces kids to be flexible. So if you roll a 1, you're rounding to the hundreds. A 4, you're rounding to the tens. And that roll of a 6, ooh, that's the player's choice. That adds this fun little layer of strategy to the whole thing. Okay, so rules are one thing, but seeing it in action really brings it to life. Let's just walk through a quick sample round to see how this all comes together, especially with that all-important student conversation piece. All right, so picture this. One of your students, let's call her student A, it's her turn. She draws 6 cards and gets a 5, a 7, an 8, a 2, a 6, and a 9. So she takes those 6 cards and arranges them to create her number, 578 and 269 thousandths. Now for the fun part. She picks up the die, she rolls, and it's a 4. So we check our chart, and a 4 means she has to round her number to the nearest tenth. She thinks for a second and correctly rounds her number to 578 and 3/10. But here is where the magic really happens. See, the game isn't just about getting the right answer, it's about being able to explain why it's the right answer. So her partner, student B, asks her to explain her thinking. And using a simple sentence starter, student A says, I rounded to 578.3 because the digit in the hundredths place was 6. It's simple, it's clear, and it gets the ball rolling. But look what student B does. This is just brilliant. He doesn't just nod and say, okay, he pushes for deeper reasoning. He asks, I agree, but can you explain why the 6 in the hundredths place matters? That right there, that's authentic math talk. And student A just nails it. She clarifies, since 6 is greater than 5, I have to round the tenths digit, which was a 2, up to a 3. Bam! In that one little back and forth, they've gone way beyond just repeating a rule. They've actually reasoned through the process together. That simple exchange, that is the power of this game. So let's talk about how you can actually bring that power into your classroom and how you can tweak the game to work for all of your learners. That amazing conversation we just saw was fueled by what we call Math Talk sentence starters. They're just simple prompts you can give students to help them structure their thinking out loud. It helps them move from just spitting out answers to really explaining and defending their reasoning. And the game itself is just so versatile. I mean, it is perfect for your math centers or small group rotations. It works great as partner work or as a really meaningful activity for your early finishers. You can even use it for a whole class review. It's so low prep, you could even send it home for practice. And what's great is that it's so easy to differentiate. For students who might need a little more support, just simplify it. Use fewer cards so they're only making numbers to the hundredths place. To challenge your high flyers, throw in an extra card for the thousandths place. You could even add a collaborative twist or a timer to build up that speed and fluency. So there you have it. It's a simple but really powerful tool to add to your teaching toolkit. And now it's your turn to bring this kind of big learning into your own classroom. I want to leave you with this thought because it just captures the spirit of this game perfectly. Every card drawn becomes a new number story to reason through. It's fast, flexible, and full of math talk. Proof that big learning can come from small, simple materials. It's just so true. This just goes to show you don't always need fancy tech or these super complicated lesson plans to create deep, meaningful learning. Sometimes all it takes is a deck of cards, a die, and a really great question. So the question I'll leave you with is this: how will your students climb their way to rounding mastery this week?